How you doing, everyone? Good to see you. Welcome. It's the Ultimate Football Quiz, Andy Star. It's the lockdown edition, and we are back. Welcome. If it's your first time watching, really good to see you. I'm just making sure everything is all set up. If it's your second time coming back, well, welcome back. We've got viewers from around the world, in the UK, in Thailand, in Australia. So a big shout out to everyone. Pilot Jack, hello, and Peter Manning, hello. There are 6 rounds today of 5 questions each, which should be a lot of fun, but we have 30 seconds for each question. Now, you will also be playing up against a good friend of mine who I've introduced as a person who's a household name in his household and indeed around the world as a commentator. It's Des Corker. Hi, Des.
Hello, Andrew Penders. How the devil are you?
Yeah, really good. So, look, just for fun, you're just there just to give everybody a bit of a barometer as to how the quiz is going, okay?
Yes, okay. I know my place in your life, Mr. Penders.
Okay, let's get straight into it, everyone, because there's going to be rounds on general knowledge. There's a picture round. There's current Premier League season. EA Sports, FIFA, the console. Des is looking forward to that, no doubt. Name the player and European football. So let's get into round 1. Right, round 1, here we go. It is general knowledge. Question number 1. Who is the second teenager behind Pele who has scored in a World Cup final? The second teenager after Pele to have scored in a World Cup final. 30 seconds. Question number 2. What was significant about Mario Balotelli's only assist in the Premier League for Manchester City? What was significant about Mario Balotelli's only assist in the Premier League for Manchester City? Question number 3. Which current Premier League side won the FA Cup 100 years ago? So in the 1919-1920 season, which current Premier League side won the FA Cup? The clue here is that their Midland rivals actually won the league title that year. All right, question number 4. The lowest attendance in the Premier League was 3,039. That was in 1993 when Everton played away to which club? So which club did Everton play in 1993 that drew the lowest ever attendance in the Premier League? Question number 5. Gianluca Vialli signed for Chelsea in the 96-97 season, But from which Italian club did he sign from? Where did Gianluca Vialli sign from to join Chelsea? Okay, that completes round one. So let's get to the answers. Okay, I'm going to bring in Des. Right, the answer to number one, the second youngest teenager behind Pele, was Kylian Mbappe. The answer to number two was Mario Balotelli's only assist for Manchester City was
Aguero!
Aguero! Was for Aguero, yeah, well done. The FA Cup winners 100 years ago were Aston Villa.
Villa.
The lowest attendance in the Premier League was Everton when they travelled to Wimbledon, that's right. And Gianluca Vialli signed for Chelsea from?
Juve or Parma?
The answer was Juventus. How did you get on, Des?
If you'll give me Juventus for the last one, I got 5 out of 5.
5 out of 5. Big shout out to Hamlin Tazali, V for Vimo. Hello, nice to see you. How did everybody else do? Let me know in the chat. Let's get to round two, which is a picture round. Right, round two, I'm going to show you some pictures. You got 30 seconds to tell me, who is this player? Here's the first picture. Question number two. Who is this player? Question number three. Name this player. Pretty easy so far. How you doing? Pete Manning said he only got 1 out of 5 in the last one. It's no good, Pete, is it? Number four. Who's this? Right, let's get to the last picture of round two. So that's round 2 done and dusted. Let's get to the answers. Time to bring in Des. How'd you get on, Des?
I think I may have struggled a bit there. Those 2 Man United players had me foxed. But
Okay.
so they were big teams, big names. So anything less than 3 is despicably bad.
Here's the first one. The answer was Dominic Calvert-Lewin.
Oh, okay. Not Gylfi Sigurdsson then. Oh dear.
No, not Gylfi Sigurdsson. The answer to number 2, Bobby Firmino.
Something the cop wants you to know.
The answer to number 3 was Marcus Rashford.
Okay, I'm okay now.
Yeah, all good.
Yeah.
The answer to number 4. Des?
Well, it's either Pogba or Lingard.
No, it's not.
Who's 4 then?
Mason Greenwood.
Oh, okay.
And then the answer to number 5 is Nicholas Pepe.
Oh dear. Oh dear.
What?
Only 2 on 5.
2 out of 5 for Des. I wonder how everybody else did. Right. Let's get to round 3. Round 3 is the current Premier League season. Right, I'm going to ask you some questions about the current Premier League season, and you have 30 seconds to answer each. Question number 1. Who, at the time of recording, who is the current leading goal scorer of the 2020 season? Question number 2. Jamie Vardy really enjoyed his goal against the side from the place of his birth, rivals to where he was as a youth player. So where was Jamie Vardy born? Where was Jamie Vardy born? Question number 3. Who has the most assists in the Premier League so far this season? Who has the most assists in the Premier League so far this season? Okay, question number 4. 2 players have received red cards this season. For half a point each, can you name both of them? 2 players have received red cards this 2020 Premier League season. For half a point each, can you name both? And finally, question number 5. Before moving to Aston Villa on the 14th of August 2015, Adama Traore played for which club? So from which club did Aston Villa sign Adama Traore? Right, let's get to the answers for round 3. Right, the answer to question number 1, the leading goal scorer, Des?
So your second question made me question my answer to my first question. So it's either Aubameyang or Jamie Vardy. So I'm sticking with Jamie Vardy.
Jamie Vardy, yeah. The clue was in the second question, wasn't it?
I thought you were playing a double bluff on me, though.
So Jamie Vardy answers to question number 1. Question number 2, Jamie Vardy was born where?
He's a Yorkie boy. Nottingham or Sheffield, one of those Yorkshire mining towns.
Yeah, Sheffield is the correct answer there. The question number 3 was the most assists in the Premier League so far this season.
I wish it was Trent, but I suspect De Bruyne.
Kevin De Bruyne. The 2 players who have received yellow cards, how'd you get on?
So I was confused by this question. I think you phrased it dreadfully, fella. Didn't understand it, because there's been about 20 red cards this season. What's the question again?
Yeah, you're right. I might have missed...
Nothing like live television, is there?
All right, so the quiz is out of 29. I have to double check that. And then Adama Traore played for which club before?
Middlesbrough.
No, he was at Barcelona.
Oh. He spent some time at Middlesbrough, didn't he?
Yeah, he went to Middlesbrough after he joined Aston Villa. Right, okay. Round 4 is all about EA Sports.
Oh, great.
So when you think about EA Sports, what do you think? You think...
EA Sports. It's in the game.
EA Sports is in the game. Right. Now question number 1. Who is the highest rated player in FIFA 20? Who is the highest rated player in FIFA 20? Question number 2. What new feature did FIFA 2020 introduce, which was a renaissance of the previous FIFA street style element? So FIFA 2020 this year, they introduced a new kind of, it was a renaissance of a previous FIFA street, but what did they particularly call that? Question number 3. In FIFA 15, who was on the cover of the Mexican edition? Who was on the cover of the Mexican edition in FIFA 15? Question number 4. Who was the first commentator to feature on the FIFA game? Who was the first commentator to feature on the FIFA game? And the last question of round 4. On FIFA Road to World Cup 1998, who was on the cover of the UK version? On FIFA Road to World Cup 1998, who was on the cover of the UK version? Right, time to get to the answers. Presumably, Des, you don't play this game.
I don't. I'd like to introduce people of my generation to the game of Subutio, which is about as technical as I get. But I reckon I've got 3 out of these 5 purely on guesswork.
Right, okay. Who's the highest rated player in FIFA 2020?
Got to be Cristiano Ronaldo.
No, it's Lionel Messi.
Damn it, 50-50.
Lionel Messi's the answer to question 1. Question number 2, the new feature was called Volta Football.
Nah.
Question number 3, the FIFA 15 on the Mexican edition, the cover version was?
So, the Mexican centre-back, Marquez?
No, the other one.
Fatima Blanco? No.
Chicharito, Hernandez. Question number 4. The first commentator to feature on the FIFA game.
It's got to be Martin Tyler.
Or
my word.
Or John Motson, that's right, yeah. And on FIFA Road to World Cup 98, cover of the UK version?
Beckham.
It was indeed David Beckham. Right, let's get into round 5. Round 5, I am going to show you a list of clubs that a player has played for. You need to tell me who that player is. You got 30 seconds to do so. This is tough, although there are some super famous players in this selection. Here's the first one. Which player made these moves? Nice easy one to get you started there. Which player made these moves? Okay, question number 3. Which player made these moves? Okay, question number 4. You have to be of a certain generation to get that one. Here is question number 5. Yeah. Right, because of the because I'm not very good at this, I've repeated one of the questions, so this is out of 4. Oh dear. Right, the answer to number 1 was
Diego Maradona.
Diego Maradona. The answer to number 2,
Bex again.
David Beckham. The answer to number 3,
Timmy Cahill.
Timmy Cahill. And would you have got the answer to the 4th and 5th one?
Laurie Cunningham.
It was Laurie Cunningham. Well played, fella. Oh, very good. Right, last round. Let's get it on. Last question. Because it was supposed to be the the Champions League quarterfinal draw last weekend, I thought I'd do a quiz on European football. Here we go. Question number 1. The winners of the UEFA Champions League and the UEFA Europa League, they compete for which sporting trophy? Question number 2. Which French player is a record-scoring footballer for Arsenal and went on to become the assistant manager of Belgium? Question number 3. Who was the referee of the final between Manchester United and Bayern Munich in the 1998-99 season? Okay, I'm going to make this the last question of the round. It's supposed to be 5, but a bit of technical problem means that there's only 4 for this round. And the last question of today's quiz. In the 2005-2006 Champions League final, Barcelona up against Arsenal, who became the first ever player to be sent off in a final? Who was the first ever player to be sent off in a Champions League final? Right, let's get to your answers. Okay, let's bring in Des. Des, the answer to question number 1, who the two champions play? What did they...
European Super Cup, one of Liverpool's 2 trophies already won this season.
Yeah, the French player...
Thierry Henry.
The referee for the final between Manchester United and Bayern Munich?
Got to be Kalina. He's the only one you could name from that era.
Pierluigi Collina. And finally, the player sent off in the final?
Was it Lehmann?
It was Jens Lehmann.
Wow.
So, Des, can you count up and tell me how many you got? Big shout out to the Boss Creates. So hello to Extra Time. Pete Manning doesn't seem to be doing too well on this particular quiz question. So there were 27 in the end, I think.
27 in the end. The standard to beat is 19. Corkill got 19.
So Desi Corkill with 19. All right, Des, I know you got things to do. Thanks for dropping by. Really appreciate it.
Thank you. Keep this going, Mr. Penders. That was very, very good.
All right, son. See you. So we'll be doing this every Thursday, 6 rounds of 5 questions. Let me know how you got on. There's a little bit of a lag in our live stream, so I'm going to talk for a little bit before I switch off and say goodbye. So every Thursday at 9 o'clock, managed to get out for a run today, which is good. About time too. Malaysian Premier League season. We're waiting for an announcement from our PM in about half an hour's time. So we're going to wait and see what's going to happen there. Could be some good news, probably some bad news, but there you go. But anyway, thanks for playing along. Really appreciate it. We'll try and do this every Thursday. If not, we'll try and do it a lot more. And also, if you have 5 questions that you would like to submit and you can have your own special round, then definitely do that. Also, if you want to, like Des did earlier, who did so splendidly well, getting 19 out of 27, if you want to come in and do that, feel free. I'll give you a Skype call and it's really easy to get connected. So in the meantime, great to see you. Thanks for connecting. See you soon. Bye. Thanks, Des.
That was really good, Andy. I enjoyed that.